Hi, this is TATER Magee, and I'm here to tell you the story of Barker Magee number 4. Sometimes we call him 4 for short, or but for intense purposes of this video, we're going to call him 4. Now, one day I was out feeding romancing the sheep, and as you all know, my not so bright, kind of perverted ex-mater, he had just been dumped by Horseface. She left him for a man with an armadillo face, which is pretty sad because Mater had changed his name legally to Vulture Face because she always talked about how he looked like a vulture, and he thought that made him very handsome because he had no chin, but he kept it hidden well with the mustache and a beard, unless he got drunk and accidentally shaved it. And then he had to walk around with no chin. Oh my gosh. That is so amusing. Just because he's kind of a crappy person. So it made it nice to be able to laugh at him and have him get down off his pedestal that he put himself on. So he was trying to have sex with the water pipes. We were all doing our own things. Then I saw this little thing. I thought it was a little sheep. Then it turned out it was a little dog, and I thought it was a female. It was cold out and windy. Kept going to some moving blankets we had on the side of the house, along with some wood trash. And they were trying to get warm. But they kept running away when I tried to go over and talk to them. So what I did was I got a big piece of cardboard, and I walked up while they were in the blanket, and kind of blocked their way. And by then they just seemed so tired and worn out. And I assumed his gender, and I do apologize to him for that. I thought he was a girl. And he did not tell me otherwise. If he had told me otherwise and let me know what was going on, I would have respected whatever his pronoun is. But he did not. So I was calling him a girl at first because I wasn't really examining his underside at that time. Well, because he was in a blanket. Anyways, and I didn't know the dog, so I'm not going to be poking at his wee-wee or the JJ or whatever was going on down there. And so we brought him in. It was cold. We had the heater and some blankets. Put down some dry food and put some water. Even put some on him so that, while telling him what a pretty girl he was. He's going to grow up and dress up like me and kill people, and, buy a motel somewhere because of it. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. So I got him to eat and drink. And then the only canned soft food we had was Fancy Feast from the cat. Meowie Magee. And he seemed to like that, and then we also had some tuna fish. He did not eat any of the dry food, so I wanted to make sure he was all right before I brought him in the house. So I took him to the vet, and they said, he's got a giant heart. He could die at any time. Give him these pills. Just make him comfortable. He does not have any kind of tracking device on him. And he appears to be like 12, 13 years old. And, this is pretty sick guy. He doesn't have long. It's been over a year. They've been amazed. They used to only give me like a week's supply of his heart medicine. They're like, we'll see if you need it. They didn't actually say that, but it was like implied. We'll see if he needs it, if he's going to even be around. So I gave it to him. I give him lots of attention. We have our own things, like we have the growl game, where we'll start making growling noises, and then it leads to snarling and baring teeth, and then it'll start with the barking, and we'll do it in like a rhythm, and then I'll stop barking, and then just do the like inhaling, and then he'll do that too, and then like after 2 times not barking, I'll bark again, shake my head, and then he does it at the same time. He can catch it. He can catch when I'm about to do it. And he'll shake his head and bark at the same time. And we bonded that way. I think it also like releases some stuff inside, because sometimes it gets difficult to get him to eat, but sometimes, like right after the growl game, then suddenly he'll eat the food that he just sat looking at, like, how dare you? Because sometimes, I learned sometimes if you put some on his hip, then he would eat, because it would irritate him to have a cold food on his hip, so he'd eat it. Even though half the time he'll get up and then the other dogs will try to steal it. So I always got to watch, because the other dogs mainly just have dry food. And I'm going to put links in the description, because some of their food is excellent. I also like some of the harnesses. Barker Magee number 4 does not have one because he's so small. Plus, he kind of freaked out when I put a shirt on him before. So far, carrying him everywhere has helped. And I'm not going to be taking him on any big walks because of his heart. I don't want to overwhelm it. So he does a lot of resting. He digs in the backyard, eats worms. I think it's worms. I don't know. Something in the dirt. He and Barker Magee number 2 like to dig and eat everything that's in the dirt. I think it's worms. I think they're stealing the birds' worms. And so, but he has become a great part of this family. I think he's gained a pound or 2 since he's been here. Still an issue with making sure that he has enough food to eat. And sometimes I've had to do dances. I've had to talk in really exaggerated baby talk, or sit and be like, sweet boy, eat your food, sweet boy. And then eventually, after a minute or 2 of doing that, he eats it just to get me to shut up. It's like, I'll eat it. Knock it off. Does this woman ever shut up? Oh my God. But he is a great addition to the family, and his favorite foods are beautiful medleys. I'm going to put a link in the description. And Burt Ward, the guy that played Robin in Batman and Robin, the TV show, he fosters dogs and also has, excuse my yawn, a dog food company, Gentle Giants. They have hard and soft food. And they have one of the funniest ingredients is like green-lipped or New Zealand green-lipped mussels. I'm like, oh my god, this sounds like something that's on SpongeBob. But apparently it's good because Barker McGee number 4 and the rest of the dogs like it. And I heard don't put your dogs strictly on a grain-free because that can cause heart conditions. Or maybe certain grain-free dog foods can do that. But he takes that and the Beneful Medley. He gets chicken. Not so much boiled hamburger anymore, because he's hot and cold on that. The occasional Slim Jim, that's like once every couple months. He likes that. Even rarer than that is an actual dog treat. So it's mostly he likes chicken. Oh, he likes some cheese. But so do I, so he doesn't get much cheese. Well, it's not good for him. But yeah, see any pictures of him showing his teeth, that's when he's doing the growl game with me. We're doing the snarling part before we start barking, shaking our heads at each other. And then if he gets too riled up, I just have to say, here, smell this. And then that kind of like clicks his brain back into normal mode. And so he's not all riled up from the game. But he is a sweet little fella. And I'm going to put a link in the description of where to buy some of the food and the harnesses and things like that. But thank you for watching and listening to this video. And I know I'm just starting out, and also I can be a pretty tired person at times due to health reasons. So it might sometimes take me a little bit to post something else. But I'm trying. Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye.